welcome to Booktubeathon day 6. There are sprints in like 5 minutes, but I don't think I'm going to be awake enough for that shit, so I'm going to just read on my own for the first few sprints, and then Callie has to go quite early. And I still haven't got my Vida scheduled for today because the file's errored. All I have to do is upload it, like that's absolutely fine. But I have book mail and I thought I would open it on a booktube vlog because that makes sense. It is really chunky, so I'm thinking it's Renegades by Marissa Meyer because I ordered that like almost a week ago. Like, yeah, it's a week today.
Does your post come before 10 AM? What kind of bullshit is this?
Both of them! Ah, yay! I'm so happy! Yay! It's both of them! And there's the Renegades. It's so pretty. They're both so pretty. What did I get? Oh, I just got this book bestie one again. It's really cringy. So the sprints have been happening for about half an hour now, and I haven't participated in any of them because Callum is still here. But yesterday I managed to get up to page 206 of How Do You Like Me Now by Holly Bourne, which is my book that completes the challenge of reading 7 books. I'm feeling pretty confident I can finish this today, and then maybe read Warcross because I'm feeling Warcross. I kind of want to read it. I haven't made any progress this morning, but I'm sure once we have breakfast, which is why I'm down here, that I can read a little bit more. Now about 2:30 in the afternoon, and Callum has just gone. He's up and left and gone home, which means I can kind of get on with some reading and stuff. I could have done it while he was here, but he was being distracting and I was just not in the mood to read while he was here. I think I'm going to start reading at about 3. I'm going to get dressed, I'm going to head outside and do today's Instagram challenge, which is to play a game with your followers and like pick 3 books, essentially like 2 truths and 1 lie. You have to pick 2 books that you've read, 1 book that you haven't read, and they have to guess which one's which. I'm gonna get all my green books. I'm gonna get 3 green books, or like greeny yellow because the grass is quite dead outside. Then I'm gonna head outside and I'm gonna take a few pictures on the grass, just because I wanna. Or if I can like cluster some colours together and like go and find a colour, that would be great. But yeah, I'm gonna head outside and do that. I might even start reading outside, but I'm not sure. I had a migraine a minute ago, but I drank some water and had some food and just like got out of bed, and I feel a lot better, so hopefully that has subsided and I don't feel like death. To 6 PM now. I have been reading since about, I don't remember how many hours I've been reading. It was like I've been sat here reading for ages. I think I was going from 4, like 4:30ish. Yeah, I started to read after my Vida went up. Eventually finished How Do You Like Me Now by Holly Bourne, which means I have successfully completed all of the challenges for this year's Booktubeathon, and technically I could just not read anything tomorrow and I've still passed the challenges and I've completed the Booktubeathon. My first year, smashed it. To be fair, I've had it a lot easier than most people on Booktube. Like, I don't work, so I'm a student, and I did have a job, but it ended because it was a summer job, and I'm trying to get back into work, but I've heard nothing back so far. I don't work at this precise minute, and it kind of fell really well for the Booktubeathon for me, in a place where I'm unemployed. It's very frustrating being unemployed. Like, I wish I did have a job. I didn't have all this free time, to be honest. It really fell well for me because it was on a week where I'm not working at all, and I was just like, yay. So I did have it a bit easier than everyone else, which is why I kind of read 2 books every day and why I'm at this position. I don't know whether to read something else now or to have a break because I have a huge migraine and I can feel it getting bigger and bigger, so I don't know if I should just stop and watch some Brooklyn Nine-Nine and maybe read some more in the 10 o'clock sprint that is tonight. This person has another hour on the Booktubeathon Twitter page doing reading sprints and stuff. It ends at 7, I think, and then I have another one at 10. So I don't know if to pick another book or not, like how to determine what read. I might have to turn to Instagram and Twitter and do a poll, like, do I chill for a bit or do I read more? And I can't ask you because the vlog will be up by the time you're seeing this. But instead of just babbling about what I don't know what to do, I'll tell you what I do know. I finished this and I gave it a 4 stars on Goodreads, as you saw from the clip that is before this one. I really like Holly Bourne's books. I found her through What's a Girl Gotta Do on Hannah Witton's channel, I think. I think Hannah Witton's even done videos with Holly Bourne before, but I'm not entirely sure. I've never looked back since. I love Holly so much. And if you enjoy YA contemporary, I definitely dive into Holly. So I gave this a 4 because although I did enjoy it, it's probably not one of the best Holly Bourne books that I've ever read. Like, the last Holly Bourne book I read was a few weeks ago, and that was It Only Happens in the Movies, which I gave a 5 stars to because I was crying on the bus. And I told her on Twitter and she tweeted me like, oops. Although I did enjoy this very much so, I didn't enjoy it as much as the other YA contemporaries because this is an adult novel and this is the first adult novel that I've ever read. I'm pretty sure it's very sexual, and I don't know if that's just a thing with adult books, like that's why it's adult, because it is so sexual. I really liked some of the analogies in this book because it was fabulously written, very well written. Reasons why I give it 5 stars, it's just because it made me angry multiple times, and it's not because of the context or anything it does, or it's not like ignorant. It's not due to political reasons either, although there are some questionable parts like I mentioned in yesterday's vlog. And Tori is a really flawed protagonist who says a lot of things that I'm just like, ooh. But that doesn't necessarily mean that Holly believes those things. It's just a protagonist and she just needs to grow up. Tori's character is so annoying sometimes. Like, she never knows what she really wants and she just feels like she's unhappy. And the reason why I got so angry and moody while reading this book is because I felt Tori's emotions. And to be honest, that is really good writing because it takes a lot for an author to be able to affect your mood based on the character's mood. Like, I felt myself kind of embodying her and her emotions and how frustrated she was in her relationship. I also couldn't relate 100% to this, but I can sort of relate to the whole marriage and babies thing because everyone around me, despite me only being 18, almost 19 in December, that's really weird to say. Although I can't 100% relate to like being 13 or my friends getting married and stuff, a lot of people on my Facebook have been having babies recently, like really stupidly young, and like, it's their life, they can do whatever they want. Sometimes accidents happen and contraception isn't 100% effective all of the time, and I can't help but think, like, at the same time as thinking that, like, you're kind of like just wasting your life. You're not gonna have a break from this kid for like 18 years. And like, the thoughts in my head are just like, oh, they'll probably just get their mum to babysit while they go clubbing, which maybe isn't true, and it's really bad of me to say that. And that's how I can relate to Tori's character, because Tori is really bitter like that, and like, I can relate because I'm like full of resentment about that. But secretly I would love a baby, but I know it's not practical or realistic. The relationship in this is so unhealthy, and I don't think it's exclusively pointed out until like the very end, I think, until Tori realizes that it's unhealthy. I mean, she's always realizing like throughout the book, but it's never actually said that, you know, it's really unhealthy, and like, it's all kind of one-sided and all the blame is put onto one person. It's really abusive and unhealthy and not stable whatsoever. And I think it could have been clearer to the audience that this isn't what a relationship looks like. I know some people will be like, oh, the audience doesn't need to know that. They always need to know that, trust me. There are people in their 30s right now, 40s, in an unhealthy relationship, which involves perhaps a level of domestic violence, a type of domestic violence, and people need to know that things like this is so casual, like casual DV, isn't acceptable, and that the fact that there's always help for you and like, you're not a lost cause, which I know this kind of points towards, without giving any spoilers, but it kind of points towards that. But at the same time, there's not a direct thing with like, this relationship is not healthy. It really shows how just because you love someone doesn't mean that's enough for a relationship to keep chugging on, and the fact that sometimes love isn't enough and breakups don't always happen because there's a lack of love. It's just the fact that it's not enough anymore. There's a difference between her not being happy and the relationship being unhealthy. So, you know, that's that. I just feel like it would prevent a lot of situations in real life that I see that happen between Tories and Toms, just so that they can find their happiness quicker. We don't have to go through this whole like kissing loads of frogs to get the prince kind of thing. I was really expecting her to like catch him cheating, which I'm very glad that Holly Bourne didn't do, because that would have been a massive cop out, and like, you could have just ended the relationship with the cheating and that would have been fine. Also, that kind of breaks on the stereotype of Like, all relationships that are unhealthy involve cheating, and that's not always the case. And like, all breakups involve cheating, it's like, that's not the case. There's a character in this book who has a degree in sociology. Made me happy. I would actually really like Tori's book that she has written in this book be published as a real thing, like in Jane the Virgin. She writes a book in that, I believe, and the book has actually been published. And I would love for Holly Bourne to write like a novella where she like writes Tori's book in her perspective and stuff. That would be amazing. So those are my thoughts on How Do You Like Me Now. It's very conveniently resting on my tit then, wasn't it, all the time. I love Holly Bourne so much. I love her as a writer. She's one of my absolute favourite contemporary YA writers and writers in general. Her and John Green for me have the contemporary spots, like the people to beat in my opinion. No one ever's going to come close to their characters and their world and their stories. Now the agenda is to get a cup of tea, and I've been creating one of those Kipling like fucking cake things for like an hour. I might put onto Instagram and Twitter like what people think, if they think I should take it easy for today, if they think I should start another book. Maybe you could even pick it for me, which foreshadows a video I have planned for September, which is really cool. But yeah, I'm going to take it to Instagram and Twitter, and I'll let you know the results and what I'm possibly reading next. So it is now about 5 to 10 in the evening, and I've just spent my day chilling out, doing some stuff on YouTube, making sure my video is all scheduled and like there's a thumbnail and the end card and stuff. I also watched some episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and some YouTube videos and just ate in peace. I did put on a poll on Instagram and Twitter whether I should keep on reading or if I should stop. People on Instagram said chill out, and then the poll on Twitter was 50-50, which always happens to me. I have some picks for what I want to read next. I'm not going to be rushing it or anything. I'm just going to be reading it as I go and maybe even finishing it tomorrow. I'm literally 5 away from completing my Goodreads goal, so I should have it in the bag by the end of August, which is really exciting. So I have some ideas on what I want to read. I've got 4 books, and the first one is Warcross by Marie Lu, which I got in the mail today. Look what came in the mail today. These nuts. And then I've got Throne of Glass by Shara. Hold on. I've got Throne of Glass by Shara. I said it again. I've got Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, my favourite rhyming couplet. I have the second book of the Mortal Instruments series, which is City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. And I also have Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief, which is Thief. Wow. I have Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan in the Percy Jackson series. I've wanted to get these done and read for a very long time, and Shadow and Bone and this were both in my coin toss. If you haven't seen my TBR, they were both in my coin toss, and this is the other one, so it would be logical to read this. I might pop onto Instagram and see if they wanna pick, or I might just go downstairs and be like, hey, pick a number between 1 and 4. I'm gonna do that because there's 2 of them downstairs, so I'll be like, pick a number between 1 and 4. Percy Jackson is 4, City of Ashes is 3, Throne of Glass is 2, and then Warcross is number 1. Let's go and see what they say. Pick a number between 1 and 4. 3. Okay, pick a number between 1 and 4. You can pick different numbers. I want 2 books. You can pick different numbers.
My number was 3.
Oh, pick a different one.
1.
So as you heard, they picked Warcross by Marie Lu and City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. So I know what to read first. Have I got a coin up here? I can do another coin toss or what? Now I'm deciding between those 2. I'm back and I have my coin. My hair's been really weird lately. There's more on this side and I don't really know why. Maybe it's the way I did my pie. I don't know, but heads and tails. Tails is going to be City of Ashes and heads is going to be Warcross. It's tails. Let's read City of Ashes apparently. Put this off so long. Wanted to go to bed at 12. Guess what time it is? It's now past. I am currently on page 125, which is chapter 8 of City of Ashes. I do want to get to page 200, but I am going to start like editing and rendering and stuff this vlog. I've edited mostly everything apart from this clip and a few montagey footages that I filmed earlier. Just some stuff that really won't take me very long to put in. I'm gonna be so tired tomorrow. I wanted to treat it like a 24-hour readathon, but I don't think that's gonna happen. If you watch my vlog from yesterday, yesterday, you'll know that I got a comment from someone that was really horrible and disgusting, and they just commented again, and I'm so annoyed at this. I'm ready for it to stop, and at this moment in time it's not, and it just keeps coming back and coming back, no matter how many times I block and delete comments. Because I'm on the internet and my life is on here does not mean that I should be a victim of this. Like, I didn't choose for this to happen, and frankly it's fucking vile and I've really had enough. I do want to end this vlog here, and I'm sorry for ending it on such a negative note. I'm really angry, and I would wait until I got over it to vlog again like I did last time. I waited the whole day, but it's literally just happened, and I really want to close this vlog, and I'm really sorry for being a negative Nancy, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. I know that I've been dealing with internet hate for a long time, but like, it's always been directed at me, and like, I don't care about that. But whoever this is going after my family and going after my mum, who they clearly know means a lot to me because it's my mum, and they're saying really mean and rude things about her. So I have this visible stretch mark there that made my life even better. Yeah, if you have any tips on dealing with hate that isn't directed at you and is just being fed through you to someone else, especially someone like, that's my mum, so if you have any advice on that, please leave it below. That's why I love this channel, again, because they don't know this exists. They're not intelligent enough to go to the sidebar and think, huh, she has a second channel, let's go on there as well. It just makes me really mad seeing it and seeing someone think that that's okay, and it's really not. It really isn't okay. Always be nice to people online and in real life. You never know what they're going through. You're just a fucking asshole, and I fucking hate whoever it is. I don't want to speak to them. If it's someone that's my friend, I don't want to fucking speak to them anymore, because this is fucking ridiculous. And I'm sorry for ending this on a negative note. I feel like I do that too much, but even the nicest people and the most tolerated people of people's bullshit have a mark. They have a line that you don't want to cross against, and my line has been officially crossed, like, yesterday. Let's talk about books for a sec, because I'm really mad. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm possibly enjoying it a bit more than the first book, because this book has vampires in it. I'm not sure if they had a huge like focus on vampires in the first one. I really don't remember it too well, but I might be enjoying it a bit more than the first one, so that's good. Normally sequels kind of go downhill for me, and they have a lot more female characters that have speaking roles and that are telling Clary what's going on and like her story and like what's happening, and Jay's even been told off by a few female characters. I will update you on my progress tomorrow, so if you want to see more of that, you can tune in tomorrow, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this Booktubeathon vlog. I'm sorry I was a bit of a negative Nancy towards the end, but it had to be said, it had to be done. If you enjoyed this Booktubeathon vlog, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see my last one tomorrow and my wrap up and the videos that come after that. I'll see you tomorrow for my last Booktubeathon vlog and probably my wrap up in there as well, but hopefully I can get 2 of these books finished. I will see you tomorrow. Bye guys!
You've got a face for a smile, you know. A shame you're wasted when you're breaking me slowly. But I've got a